This video is to really help out people that's out there that's, you know what I'm saying, going through anxiety. And I'm just here to just discuss a few things about, you know, how anxiety really can tear you down, and how the government really not, you know, telling people like some of the things you're eating, like the food you eat, how everything is contributing to the way you feel. Now, I'm not trying to get y'all no sad story, but you know, back when I was living in the hood, I used to eat everything from sugar, you know, fast foods. I didn't know nothing about health. But my case of point is anxiety can really happen to anybody. But if your vitamin level is down, it can really happen to you a lot sooner than what you believe. And anxiety, I never experienced anxiety till I moved out on my own. But anxiety, once it hits you, it can make you feel weird. Like you can start getting muscle movements, twitches in your eye, twitches around your whole body. And it's sad because if you go to the doctor to talk about your anxiety, all they're going to do is look at you like you a fool. Like when I went to the doctor about my anxiety, they really didn't. They you could tell they were trying to set me up. Like basically, they was listening, but I could tell they really wasn't giving a damn. They was basically looking at me like they was trying to put me in a mental institution. So, you know, I just want to reach out to people to let you know that anxiety, it is in your head and it can be controlled, but it calls for a lot of meditation. And if your vitamin level not right, again, I'm not a professional, so you know everything I'm saying to y'all just take with a salt of grain. You know, everything I'm telling y'all is stuff that I learned, you know what I'm saying, from my own experience. I had a panic attack back in 2015 on the freeway, and now back then, back in 2015, I ate a lot of pancakes. I weighed a lot more than what I weigh now. Okay, it's 2019, you know what I'm saying? But I'll never forget that day I had that panic attack on the freeway. Back in 2015, I was on the freeway, and it was late at night, around 11, and you know, I'm driving. I was like maybe 8 miles away from my house. But right before I came off that freeway, I just started panicking. My case of point about that is that's when my misery started creeping up. And see, during that time, I was going through a lot of troubles. Like, you know, I was going through a lot of troubles. Like, my baby mama was gone. I kicked her out of my house like a year prior to that. You know, I was taking care of my son. I was just going through a lot of stresses, I guess. But that panic attack later evolved into some other stuff like agoraphobia. I didn't want to leave the house. See, I'm just trying to catch all up about me, a little bit about me. It's just, I gotta say this. I had anxiety for years. Now, I'm 34 years old right now. This started back when I was 30. You know, when I had, you know, the anxiety kind of creeped up to me. I had panic attacks and all of that. I didn't really get control of myself till like a year later, because I started like watching videos like this and trying to learn it. One thing I want to say is that anxiety is really, it's a type of, it's a brain thing. It's definitely a brain thing. But I think if you're not getting like your D3s, your B6s, and your B12s and B1s, I think you in for a lot of trouble. I kid you not. I used to do a lot of drinking back in the day with my friends. You know, go out, have some fun. I'm going to say this though. You know, when you out having fun, it's like you don't have no anxiety when you out. But it's like when you're taking care of a lot of business, I don't think the human body was made to have so many responsibilities. When you think of, you got to remember your passwords, you got to remember your bank accounts, you got to pay bills, your car bill, your house bill, your food bill. It's just too many responsibilities. Some people might say it's cool to be grown, but I don't want to be grown. I mean, if this is what you call grown, yeah, I got my own place and all of that. But at the end of the day, it just seems like it's anxiety all the time, and it's like it's no way you could escape it. I'm not rich, so I don't know if having a lot of money can. I'm pretty sure there's people out there that's rich with anxiety. So anxiety don't have no color. Anxiety don't have no, you know what I'm saying? Anxiety can really attack anybody. So let me give y'all some tips on how I cope with it. Number one, you are what you think. So I want to say that you got to do a lot of meditation. I think the more meditation you got, the better off you can really cope with anxiety. Yeah, I get anxiety from here and there, but if you concentrate, oh, and also watch your breathing. Every 10 seconds, you can breathe through your nose, and every 10 seconds, I would say breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. I learned that recently. You know what I'm saying? I learned that recently. Breathe in slow. Now, a lot of times I breathe out my mouth. I ain't gonna lie. I've been breathing out my mouth for years. But when I catch myself, I breathe through my nose. Because breathing through your nose really help with hyperventilation. Now, that's another thing I had when I was young. I think the hyperventilation started when I was 18. So, to me, the hyperventilation was the core of all of this. But as the years went on, I'd say when I turned 29, I had my first son. You could say some of the anxiety started to come then, but it wasn't no panic attacks, none of that. But what I really want to say is that anxiety is really, I'm not going to say curable, because it could come back if you're not conscious of what you're doing. 2 days ago, I had a slip up. And I don't want to call it a big slip up. This is a minor slip up. I went to the gas station and my car didn't work. And I was kind of frustrated about that. But I started feeling like the walls were closing in on me. I used to feel like that back in 2015 when I first had my panic attack. But I could tell a panic attack was coming. Listen, you can tell when the panic attack is coming. You can kind of feel it. I wish I could see how I look when the panic attack is coming. But it's a scary feeling because you can feel it creeping up on you. And you can start thinking all these bad thoughts. Like, am I about to pass out? Like when I had my panic attacks back in the day, I used to think like I'm going to pass out. Like, I used to think, I used to be scared to get on the freeway. I'm so glad I got over that part. That's why I want to just come clean. I want to show my face, do a face reveal right now. Let y'all know that this junk is real. Anxiety can really hit you, man. But I want to talk about that freeway thing. When I used to get on the freeway, now remember, I told y'all back in 2015, I had a panic attack on the freeway. So I say, year after that, some told me, you know what, let me fight back. I have to fight back, because if I don't fight back, I'm going to always be a prisoner in my own house. So, you know, one thing I want to say is that being on social media, and I hate to keep switching back and forth, but I think social media have a lot to do with this crap too. You know, being in the house all the time is not a good thing. I think getting outside really helps start off with. But, you know, panic attacks, agoraphobia, all that junk is real. But I think you have to really get nature back into your body. The only way you're going to do that is if you walk outside barefooted and feel the sun and just feel the energy. Go listen to some birds outside. Stay off the freaking phone, you know. And if you do be on the phone, try to look for something positive, because it's so much negative out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, one thing I want to say about this anxiety is that one way I kind of defeated it a little bit. I started getting out more, going to the parks every weekend. You know, my mother would come get me. We'd go to the parks. And don't get me wrong, I could take myself. But, you know, my mother would be wanting to get out the house too, so she come and get me, and I spend some time with her. But, you know, as far as me getting in my car right on the freeway, try not to think about nothing negative. I'm going to say this. When an anxiety attack or a panic attack come, or panic disorder, I know panic disorder is when you're constantly thinking of what's bad about to happen to you. Or you might be thinking of where you had your panic attack last. That's kind of like what I heard panic disorder is. And I had all of that. I'm going to say that fight back. Do not give up. And it looked like my battery about to die. Next time I do these videos, I'm going to make sure I have a full battery. But I just want to say that you're not alone. So rule number 1, breathe through your nose. Take 10 to 15 seconds in and out when you're breathing. Number 2, you are what you think. If I start thinking like if I was to think negative right now, like, oh, I can't get on the freeway, I'm going to crash, you're going to be scared and you're probably going to be real nervous when you get on that freeway. But if you walk out this house and act like, nothing's wrong with you and you just think positive, I know it's hard not to because I'm single. I be having a lot on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Being single, so much can go through your mind. It's really crazy because I come from a house where I'm always in, and I'm sorry, my son in the background, I'm kind of distracted right now. But I grew up in a house with people. So it's like, once I started living on my own, like I said, that's when my panic attacks started coming. I'm not used to staying by myself. So what I want to say is fight back, fight back. And I'm going to be more detailed. I did this video off guard. I wasn't really going to even do a video. But I've been thinking over the year, like, I need to do a video about, because everybody else doing a video about panic attacks, and I actually lived this stuff. So I could really help people out there. But I will say this. I do think the government have a lot to do with this. I don't know what they're putting in the air, and I don't want to get weird on y'all, but as more videos come in, I'm going to get into more detail of what I feel. But for now, I just want to help y'all. Number 1, like I said, breathe through your nose. And do not... And look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave y'all with this. If you do think of something negative, quickly change your thought. Don't ponder over it. That's where I messed up in the past, pondering over the negative. Sometimes I still have slip-ups. But for the most part, if you do feel your slip-up, it's okay. Now, it's a couple of slogans. Now, it's this program called DEAR. You can check it out. I like what they said. If you feel anxiety coming, encourage more. Say, bring it on to yourself. Or one thing, I'm going to say one slogan. Like when I'm driving or I feel anxiety coming, one thing I might say is, this is not dangerous. So in your mind, say, this is not dangerous. Or you can say, bring it on. If you say this is not dangerous, if you say that over and over and over and over, guess what? You're not going to be scared anymore. Anxiety make you feel vulnerable. It make you feel like, you really can't do nothing. But I just want to say one thing about the government. I feel like they're shady. I feel like they're killing people with what we eat. I mean, this is why I'm fat right now. You know what I'm saying? I was eating all type of bad stuff, not really knowing the dangers. Do you know how many people died of diabetes and heart attacks and cancers with false information? Again, I don't want to get off into politics, you know what I'm saying? That's not why I'm here. I'm here to save people's lives, The government don't care. Only thing they're here for is a big paycheck. I watch a couple of videos. I try to educate myself, I understand that the doctors, and I understand that, these food companies is all in on it. But eventually they're going to get exposed. More and more people doing the keto diet. Again, I'm not no health expert. I wish y'all could have seen me back in 2015. I probably post some pictures, but it's sad, man. It kind of make you angry at the same time. And excuse my hair, man. I threw the do-rag on. I'm going to just say this. I will say this. Anxiety can make you suicidal. I'm not suicidal, but back in 2015, I felt like the lowest of the lows. And I got a better sense of control over it. I don't know if I'll ever get over anxiety. I still have slip-ups. more and more people is having anxiety, and it's really taking over everybody's soul. Why you think there's so many massacres and people killing people like crazy? It's crazy out here. I mean, we really, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to get off into religion either, but I think we're having anxiety for a reason. And in my next video, I'm gonna be more detailed on what that reason is. It's really attacking people, man. People really feel a certain way. And then look, with these anxieties or panic disorders and panic attacks, when you go to the doctor, you can't get no help. What are they going to do for you? Only thing they're going to try to do is give you a pill, and that's it. They don't want to treat you like a human being. They don't care. I can tell when somebody don't care. I can tell when I try to explain my problems to them. I can tell they don't give a damn. They just look at you like something weird about you. And for the love of God, you know, I don't really want to go to a mental institution. That's the last place I'm trying to go. But that's where they're going to put you if you tell them you're having an anxiety. Listen, I want y'all to subscribe. We're going to get deep into this conversation on part 2. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video. I'm going to do a video once a week. Because I feel like I still haven't really touched the basis of... I gave y'all a little something so y'all can really cope with it now. Like I said, breathe through your nose. And all your twitches, if you got like some muscle movements, like involuntary muscle movements or twitches or anxiety, do what I told y'all. Breathe through your nose and hold it every 15 seconds and let out. The book says, like if you Google it, say 4 seconds, I'm telling y'all every 10 to 15 seconds, breathe in, breathe out. 15 seconds. Breathe in, 15 seconds, breathe out, 15 seconds. If y'all do that, that will help a little bit. Because everything is psychological. Everything, your whole nervous system is connected to your brain. And fear is connected to your brain. So your thoughts, it's your thoughts. Y'all get ready for part 2 of this video. We're going to get more into your thought process. And I'm going to really get deep into this. Now that I know how to record, I got so much to say. So anyways, y'all stay strong. And leave y'all comments below. And let me know, how did your panic... Because I'm curious. I want to know, how did y'all panic disorder start, or panic attack? Where did you have your panic attack? And we can discuss this, because I need some people to talk to. We need to figure this crap out. Because I used to be normal. Well, I am normal. I'm normal now. But I used to do a lot of driving on the highway. I used to love to ride at night. And then all of it stopped, y'all. It freaking stopped. It can make you want to cry. But, you know, I got to stay strong. We'll talk about this on the next one. I got a lot of thinking to do. I just hate that. I don't want to say I'm happy that people going through what I'm going through, but I'm glad to know that there's other people out there like me who went through panic disorder and panic attacks. It was a nightmare, and I don't ever want to relive that. I don't want to relive that no more. Sometimes I still find myself scared to drive. Like, you know, here and there I get twitches in my eyes. And I don't know about y'all, but when I get twitches, I get kind of freaked out. I think everybody, the first thing we all think about is multiple sclerosis or any of them crazy diseases. And at the end of the day, who can really afford a doctor? What you call them doctors that check you out? Who got money for MRIs and all that stuff? Because, you know, when I went to the doctor and told them about my anxiety and what I'm feeling, they was telling me I'm going to have to see a brain doctor. And I already knew that was going to be some money. I'm out of here, y'all. But make sure y'all subscribe, because I really want to finish this finish this talk with y'all about anxiety. And I want to thank y'all for listening. And I'm going to give y'all some more tips on how to cope with panic disorder and panic attacks and anxiety. We're going to kick this in the butt. I think once we get a better sense of all of this, I think we can all tackle this together. All right? Y'all stay up, stay out of trouble. Take care of your family. Love. I'm out.